The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, man. What a day it's going to be today. Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. It's going to be a crazy, wild day today. We're going to be all over the place. We got, they call it Liberation Day. I call it something else. I call it craziness, but we're going to get into all that. And we're going to get into what our game plan, what my game plan is and what I'm going to do today. Amidst all these tariffs and everything else that's getting ready to happen. Interesting thing is, the press conference don't start till a little bit after 4 o'clock today. Interesting though, because that's when the stock market's closed. So I'm telling that's a little bit strategic, I think, to roll these things out about 4 o'clock or so once the stock market's closed, because the stock market's going to have a reaction. Stock market has been trying to price these tariffs in. Stock market, crypto market has been trying to price these tariffs in for the past couple of days. You've seen a lot of volatility in the markets because of this, and it's going to get more volatile today. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting day for all the markets across the world, not only in the United States but across the world. We're going to see these things. We're going to see these markets get a little interesting and a little volatile. We're going to have a volatile day today. It's going to be up. It's going to be down. You're going to see some news leaks. It's going to make the markets go up. You're going to see some more news leaks. It's going to make the market go down. So it's going to get interesting. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. What's up, Junior? What's up? What's up? What's up, dog? Good morning to you, man. Good morning to you. We here. We in it, man. We in it. Gonna be right, Scottish. It's gonna be a wild day, man. It's gonna be a wild day, man. So what's the game plan? My game plan is to chill till about 4 o'clock. Play these markets. I may dabble a little bit into the markets a little bit before 4. Maybe try to front run some things and see what happens. If the price dips, if the price on crypto and so a couple of stocks start to dip real low on some news that leaks, I may go ahead and dip my toe in there, but just not all the way. And then after 4 o'clock, after the press conference, after all that stuff comes out and we see what happens, I'll probably go a little bit heavier into a couple cryptos that are out there. But I do think that it's going to be quite volatile with these reciprocal tariffs. They're talking 20 to 25%. If they come in a little bit lower than that, because nobody knows at this point. If they come in a little bit lower than that, I think you'll see the markets take off. If they come in as scheduled, I think you'll see the markets kind of go steady a little bit. I mean, the markets are trying to front run all of this already the past couple of days. So hopefully the pain won't be too bad, but we'll see. Selmo, good morning, my brother. Good morning. How are you? How are you, man? How are you? But yeah, that's my plan. Is sometimes the best thing to do in situations like this is just to chill out for a minute and let the markets kind of do their thing. UK clocks. UK clocks went forward. Oh, okay, good, good. We should be on the same. We should be on the same schedule then. We should be on the same schedule. Uh, because the United States, our clocks went forward a while ago, so we should be on the same schedule. Uh, yeah, gotta make the money. Gotta make the money today. I think if you can front run some of this stuff, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. Go ahead, and like this stream, share this stream out, guys. Um, let's get this thing moving. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. I can see there's some people in here on X and on YouTube. Go ahead and share this thing out and go ahead. Let's uh, let's get this thing moving this morning. BTC 70K. Ooh, yeah, could we could see that. We could see a dip. Depends on what the tariffs look like, Selma. It depends on what the tariffs look like. Um, you know, we could see a dip. Um, but we nobody knows because they've been keeping it. They've been keeping the news quite close to their chest as far as what they're really going to do with these tariffs. Uh, but all we know is that they're reciprocal, right? So whatever you charge us, we're going to charge you, and that's what reciprocal is. And we'll see. I necessarily don't disagree with the reciprocal tariffs. I think that they're negotiating ploys. I think that what we're going to find is we're going to find out that a lot of people were charging us a lot of money, for tariffs that we were paying, and I have one in particular that we'll talk about, which didn't make a lot of sense, right? Why we were why we had they had tariffs on the United States, and it just didn't make a lot of sense. The rollout, though, is kind of the problem, and that's been the problem with this administration since day one. It's not really the policies; it's the rollout, right? It's how you're doing it is always been the issue with this particular administration, right? So, but they're calling it Liberation Day. I don't know much about I don't know much about the whole Liberation Day. Got other words for it. But again, and they're talking about messing with the SALT Act again, and they just need to go ahead and get rid of that, because that's just that's corporate that's state welfare, right? You got states like New York, California, Ohio, people like that are paying for other states, right? In particular, Florida, Kentucky, people like that don't have state taxes, and they're living basically off of other states' dimes. And now they're talking about, and this was a act that Trump put in his first administration, um, and just doesn't make sense. What it is state welfare, and we'll see, we'll see what happens. Gonna get real interesting today. But you got the Asian markets over here. They're trading all in green. They're trading well. They're trading in green. You got the European markets obviously taking a hit right now, and they're gonna take a hit over the European markets, along with the United States markets, because these tariffs are really going to affect these markets, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. 4 o'clock today, we come over here and we look at the bonds. All right, this is where the majority of the world debt sits. Whether you're in the United States or not, this is where the majority of the debt sits. You can see that they're all in red, um, and that's necessarily not a terrible thing. You see this going down in red. It's not bad when it comes to that market. But check out gold. Gold is hitting all-time highs over the past couple of days. People are absolutely running for safety right now, out of the stock market into gold, into silver as well. They are definitely moving a crap ton of money into these gold and silver, ETFs, gold and silver, stocks, things like that. They are absolutely running for safety. Gold is probably going to hit an all-time high again today, um, and this is where big money is parking their money at right now. Is really in these precious metals, just because they just don't know what's going on. XRP the one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, brother? How are you? But yeah, so people are running right now. They're running for safety, and you got stock futures slip. They've been slipping for a couple days uh, ahead of the Trump tariffs, and we're gonna find out this afternoon what's actually gonna happen, and it's gonna happen at 4 o'clock. But I do find it very interesting that this press conference isn't gonna happen until the stock market closes, which scares me a little bit, just because if it was going to be real positive for the markets, you would think that they would do it, while the markets were open. But could be a scheduling thing. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out why they're waiting. Uh, yeah, gold cryptos like PaxG may be a play, maybe a play here, Scottish, because when you look at this, people. I mean, big money I mean, they're parking their money in gold. It's gold, silver, you know, a little bit of copper, but really gold and silver. A lot of people are running to safety right now, and I don't really blame them. You know what I mean? Like when you look at it, with the uncertainty, you just don't know. Yeah, along on package G may not be bad, depending. If you want to front run the tariff conversation, if you want to front run the tariff conversation, and you think it's going to go bad, package G long may may give you some money. Uh, Selma, I agree with you. These manipulations of the market are going to continue, until big money, gets into the blockchain, and they uh, they get as much as they need, right? Let's face it, they're a little bit behind when it comes to buying cryptocurrency, and they're gonna do price manipulation, all the way up until they get what they think that they need. They're gonna drive the prices down until that happens, and we've got to you've got to be able to be smart enough to uh, to wade this thing out, because the banks themselves are headed towards blockchain. There's no doubt about it. You know, and what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my brother. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. The banks are going more towards blockchain, and they're going to manipulate this. In real world tokenized assets are kind of where they're putting their money at right now. they want to bring they want to bring everything on chain, because everything on chain is absolute, right? So it's real time and it's absolute. You can't manipulate the blockchain. So when it comes to data and transactions and things like that, so the banks have to go this way. They are going this way. um, a lot of the banks around the world are operating in archaic systems, and they've got to change, and they are changing. But that's going to come with price manipulation as well. You've seen Nvidia sitting at 110, closed at 110. Expect Nvidia to take a step back today. Tesla, it's up another 9% yesterday. We'll see what happens with Tesla. We'll see what happens with Tesla. I think all of the stocks will kind of take a step back today, but we're going to see about these tariffs. We're going to see what's going on. Oh, you driving to punch the clock, Heat? All right, man. We all punching that clock, baby. We all punching that clock. Uh, On-chain bullish, yo, so I'm bullish about blockchain too. And I just think that we have to wade this storm out, right? We just got to wade this storm out. So, what I want to show you guys, we're going to go ahead and skip over here to the blockchain data, right? Because this is very interesting to me. Some interesting things happened over the past 24 hours. You got Ethereum sitting at number one right now, sitting at about 13% up on the 24-hour volume. You got Solana coming back up and taking number two. They had an increase of about 20% coming in at 1.5 billion, 1.58, call it 1.6. And you have BSC sitting down here at at about, just call it a billion, 1.03 billion. But here, Arbitrum, look at Arbitrum sitting at number four. They just continue to climb, sitting at about 435 million. Look at the drop off, 1.03 billion to 435 million, right? But then you have this Mantity, right, coming out of nowhere up to number five, right? This isn't a new project, right? Coming out of nowhere up to number 5 to 376. And when you come over here and you look at this thing, right? You look at this thing. I only tell you guys to look at this because it's interesting. One, that it's jumped up to be as high as it is to where it was. You got an all-time high sitting at $1.51, right? Current price sitting at 78 cents. But here's where you guys can get caught up, right? Because I was looking at this morning, so don't get caught up here. You got a total supply sitting at 6.22 billion, right? And you got a circulating supply sitting at 3.3 billion. So somewhere they're holding on to half of these tokens, right? Which they can drop into the market at any time. So yeah, I mean, the price was all the way up here at around $1.50 something, being its all-time high. Obviously, there's a lot of movement on this chain for it to jump up that high, that fast. But understand, you run a risk of some dilution, of 50% dilution in this particular project. So you got to be careful about that. Ken, what's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? How are you? So you know, a lot of people's going to look at this run up and say, "Hey, man, I'm going to jump in that." But understand, you know, there's a lot of dilution that could happen with this particular project because somebody's holding on to half of the supply, right? So be careful. Not telling you, you know, you can get a double up off of it if it goes back to its all-time high. You can get a 2x off of that, but it just remember, if they drop the rest of that supply in, you're gonna be screwed. But the other interesting piece here is we've talked about this for a while. Look at base. Base dropped all the way down to number 11, minus 50% of their total on-chain volume, and they're only sitting at $82.5 million. $82.5 million of 24-hour trading volume. Look at how far that dropped down. That's absolutely craziness. That they dropped down that far. There's little to no volume over there on base. You're talking about a blockchain that was in the top 5, dropping down to number 11. Number 11. Pulse chain minus 35%. Sitting at 28.9 million. Took a step back. Pulse chain took a step back down to 17. But a lot of these blockchains aren't seeing a lot of volume. But there's no way in hell that base should have dropped down that low. That's not good. That's not good at all. The altcoins on Binance dropped 50%. I believe it. Look at the volume, man. Look at the volume over here on Binance, BSC. Look at it. It's minus 34%, 24-hour volume, 1.03 billion. This thing was sitting about $1.5 billion, trying to get up to 2 billion in 24-hour trading volume. And they This volume on chain um, fell off dramatically for everybody. There's not one blockchain here that you can look at and say that they had a positive influx, except for Sonic Phantom, and you go to 2.6%. That's basically even, right? Um, Sway has a positive value of 105%. And why does Sway have a positive volume around 105%? Well, let's take a look. When you look at it, it's all about Walrus, right? It's all about Walrus, right? Right here, Wall. They released this token a couple days ago, and this is basically the file coin uh, of of Sway. And you look at that increase. Look at that increase in price, right? It's up to 57 cents. When we first started talking about this, it was around 40 something cents. So you got to look at that and say, that's where the majority of that volume is coming from, right? So, you look at it and, Sway, if Sway, Sui, whatever you want to call it, continues to drop projects with some real world utility on them instead of just memes, they're gonna find themselves pumping up the volume. Hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, let's hit that like button and share this thing, man, and share this thing out. Let's go ahead. I see the people in here ticking up by a lot. So let's go ahead. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit that share button. Let's go through some of these numbers here. You got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 29 right now, coming down a little bit, which we would expect in an environment like this, right? And especially today in this type of environment, this is not good until 4 o'clock. So 29 at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. The altcoin dropped from 17 to 16 out of 100. Market cap sitting at 2.73 trillion, which is about 5 trillion less than when we streamed last time. And by the way, guys, sorry about Monday, a doctor's appointment that I forgot all about. So I had to go ahead and get out of there and hit the doctors for a checkup. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that share button too. And if you're new to the channel, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get all of the updates, right? So what do we got going on with these ETFs? Obviously, we're going to take a step backwards on these ETFs today because the market itself is going to take a step backwards. But you got Bitcoin at a negative $157 million and Ethereum at a negative 3.6 million in outflows to these ETFs, which comes in at a negative $161 million, 161.5 million. So definitely a lot of outflows going on there. We got look at the Bitcoin dominance continue to tick up, guys. 61.8%. And the further that this ticks up, the further away we get from altcoin season. So you see people running to gold. Now you see people kind of running, moving their crypto to Bitcoin at 61%. Came up another 1.8% from the last time that we streamed. So, and to move a market cap the size of Bitcoin, 1.8% is an absolute monster move because it takes a crap ton of money to do that. So, it's that's a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin to move that 1.8%. So, definitely these flows are really starting to go towards Bitcoin. People are running to safety right now. And it's gold and Bitcoin right now, what they're running to. Check out bullish. Yo, we're bullish, baby. I'm bullish. We're gonna get into this. Doctors doctors are scams. They are, man. By the time you pay for them and everybody else, they're scams. But we gotta do what we gotta do, right? And it's but yeah, my man Seiko's in the building. What's up, Seiko? What's up, dog? What's up? But yeah, so I'm gonna hold off today, guys, until about 4 o'clock. I may dip into a little bit of this, and if I can see if I can see an opportunity to maybe take some longs on some positions or even some shorts on some positions here and there, I'll go ahead and I'll put them in. But I'm not going. I'm not going all in. I'm not going 10 toes in. I'm not going 10 toes. Not going to stand 10 toes down on this market right now. Not knowing what's coming. Not knowing what's coming at 4 o'clock. Right. 108. Let's go. Yeah, there's 108, 112. There's 112 people in the stream right now. Go ahead and like it. Go ahead and share this thing out, and let's go ahead and get this thing out there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna step in here. We're gonna talk a little bit about this. We got Bitcoin sitting at 84,900. It was trying to hold on to 85,000 earlier this morning. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't hang on. You got Ethereum sitting at $1,876. Again, Ethereum's taking another step backwards. Ethereum just cannot hold on to the market. I put a poll out yesterday. It's still running today on when XRP will flip. Will XRP flip Ethereum this bull run? You guys know I think it will. I think XRP is going to come up here and take this spot. I think with all these tariffs and with the banking institutions moving to blockchain and moving to Web3 and moving to tokenized assets, I think XRP has positioned itself squarely in the middle of that, and it's going to have a nice run. And I think XRP's biggest asset right now that not a lot of people talk about is the fact that they're going to assist people in tokenizing real world tokenization as a service. And I think that that's under talked about and undervalued, right? And undervalued from the XRP situation. And I think that people will utilize that service, which will bring revenue into XRP, which will really drive that price up. And then you have the ETFs. I think there's 18 of them right now that are on file. So I think XRP is prime for a nice run, and it will overtake Ethereum. You have Tether sitting here, and with the stablecoin bills coming into play, Tether itself. Let's see if we can find it here. Tether itself went out. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one. But yeah, Tether itself went out and buys 750 million worth of Bitcoin. Obviously, with the United States getting ready to pass the stablecoin bill, which I think RLUSD is going to benefit from this, and so is in USDC. Tether has to back their stablecoin with something. So they're out here buying Bitcoin like crazy to try to back this thing and probably come into compliance. We don't know exactly what that compliance looks like when it comes to the stablecoin bill, but the people working behind the scenes do. You got Solana sitting at $125 right now. Expect Solana to take a bigger step back possibly today. But you got USDC, which we got some news on USDC, guys. USDC is obviously backed by BlackRock and really trying to move forward. But look at we're gonna get into that one in a minute. I'm gonna go off on that. But where's the USDC article? Got to get to it. USDC is actually going to start. Yeah, right here. Files for IPO. USDC is going to file for IPO. Try to get listed on the stock exchange. This is its second attempt. It failed the first time because of Dirty Gary, right? But now that you have a more favorable SEC, USDC is coming back in, obviously backed by BlackRock, obviously backed by Coinbase, and they're going to file for an IPO, and they're going to try to get on the stock exchange. I think that this is going to happen. It's always just a matter of time before USDC started to trade via the stocks and on the stock market. So that's coming with the IPO. So definitely is on its way, right? So watch out for that. Watch out for that IPO. But yeah, XRP itself, I wouldn't worry too much about this price right here, sitting at $2.12. I wouldn't really worry too much about that. I think that thing's in for a big ride to the upside here pretty soon, along with XLM and along with HBAR, and even Elgaran. I think is due for a big huge ride, and Cardano. You look at Cardano right now, sitting at 67 cents. Took a nice step backwards from its mid 70 cents price point. This thing's due. This thing's due for a ride to the upside, and it will. Chainlink as well dropped under $14 last night, sitting at 13.50. Again, they started to roll out their single-use gas token, which is Link, and that's going to be big. That's going to be big for them. But I do think XRP, XLM will win. Sway as well. I think Sway is going to be a winner here, sitting at $2.40. You see it. You see the volume just increasing over there. HBAR, absolute steal, 16 cents right now, right? If this thing drops to 15 cents, I suggest people start to scoop some of this up. Today you're going to see a dip. I believe that you'll see an initial dip at least, because people will react at 4 o'clock to what's going on. People will react. So be prepared for that. But look at Pepe hanging in there at 5073. Hanging in there. People would have expected a bigger dip from Pepe than where it is. And it's actually just hanging. It's hanging in there. It's hanging in there really, really strong, which shows you how strong the holders of Pepe are, right? Kronos, man, we're up and down on Kronos, guys. I mean, we sit here, we talk about it as if, I still don't agree with what they did to the holders. So it's hard for me to get behind this thing and support this thing, but they are doing some big things over there. But I don't know. It's a little fishy over there, right? And it stinks a little bit over there. And when things start to stink, you at least got to smell them. And it's just starting to get a little stinky. And you're clocking in, Junior. All right, brother. All right, my brother, go clock in, go do your thing, and hit that like button on your. Everybody hit that like button. But go clock in, do your thing, Junior. Go check out Junior's profile. Go check out the Legend token. That's his token. Always out there grinding. Always out there doing his thing. Low market cap gem could possibly move and have a big upside, guys. So just go check that out. But Ondo, this is where Ondo's backed by BlackRock. We hear BlackRock all the time. BlackRock's basically running crypto at this point. That's my opinion. Every piece of news you hear is BlackRock. They're basically running the show right now when it comes to price manipulation. And Ondo's backed by them. So Ondo, real world tokenized asset play right here. So we like that. And it's sitting at 81 cents. Seems to be holding up pretty well with this tariff talk, right? But you see this whole market damn near is in red, right, for the day. And it's not getting any better on the hour, right? When you look at this thing on the hour, just not getting any better. It looks like it wants to come down. You see OM holding up pretty well over here, $6.29, holding up pretty well. Looks like the whales are holding the floor. So we'll see. We'll see if they can hold up with this pressure. But the chart actually looks really good on the hour. Looks like it's starting to climb a little bit. But yeah, OM is definitely holding up. It's holding up a little bit better than the rest in this particular market. Crow holding up a little bit better. I keep telling you guys to watch out for hype. It took a big step back, but it's definitely holding around that $13.50 to $14 mark. But we'll see. See Pancake Swap starting to tick up a little bit, which means that the volume on BSC starting to move just a tiny bit there. Not a ton, but a tiny bit. Be careful with that though, because that volume on Pancake Swap could be ticking up as people start to bail out. Val Kilmer, right? R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Baby. We talking about Liberation Day too, but yeah, R.I.P. to Val Kilmer. Um, but yeah, okay, we talked about USDC. Let's get this. BlackRock registers as a crypto asset firm in the UK, guys. This is big for BlackRock as they start to expand their cryptocurrency dominance over to the UK. They were already over there, but now they're making it official, right? Now they're making it official that they're moving over there as an asset firm in the UK, as they continue to dominate the United States. Now they're moving to the UK. So BlackRock just continues its cryptocurrency dominance, right? Right here, Israel. I think this is what we're going to see a little bit more of. Uh, I'm leaving. You leaving, Ken? You up out of there? BlackRock's coming. BlackRock's coming, baby. But I think we're going to see a little bit more of this negotiation back and forth with these tariffs. Israel eliminates tariffs on the U.S. to avoid Trump's reciprocal tariff. Here's a problem with this. Here's a problem. This is legitimately the problem that we're having right now with these tariff talks. You start to see a lot of this stuff come out, like Israel, right? That we're charging the United States tariffs, and I think this is where the frustration comes in when it comes to the whole administration and their tariff talk. You got the United States who's basically funding the Israel Hamas war and a genocide that Israel's imposing on the people over there, right? And then you charge the United States tariffs after they're basically funding this whole basically Israel takeover of their part of the Middle East over there. And how are you going to come back and charge us tariffs when we're basically supporting your genocide, right? And this is going to be part of the issue, right? So for years, they've charged us tariffs. We funded the genocide. So obviously, I'm pretty sure that conversation went, something like, "Hey, you want to continue to have the military support that you have right now? You're going to eliminate the tariffs. We won't hit you with reciprocal tariffs." That's basically how that conversation probably went. And Israel didn't have any other choice but to say, "Yeah, we will." But I think we're going to see a little bit more of this, where people will start to back off the tariffs they're charging each other. I think in the long run, that's going to be a common theme that happens, and we'll see. But it's getting to be a little bit crazy. It's rocking the financial world right now. Yeah. Well, we gonna see. Yeah. I mean, some of, Seiko. I mean, this whole thing is all nut. It's all like, here's the thing, man. These tariffs, like, you can't be mad. For some of them, you can't be mad, right? And for some of them, you can say, like, what the hell are we doing? Like Canada, for example. Why is the United States out here messing with Canada, right? I mean, Canada has been nothing but a good neighbor to the United States for a long time. I mean, yeah, were they killing us on some tariffs? Yeah, they were killing us on some tariffs, right? But we could have negotiated them behind closed doors, right? We could have said to Canada, "Come on, man, you're really killing us on these tariffs. You're really, we got to do a better job. We got to have a better deal, and all that stuff. But they've been a good neighbor to us for a while. Mexico. I can see you hitting them with a little bit of something because there's a lot of cartel. There's a lot of cartel over there. So nuclear. uh Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But I mean, so I know we're gonna see what happens today. But Israel. I mean, come on. What are you charging tariffs for, man? Using us. Canada needs to pay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mandra. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, yeah, some of the tariffs are a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? They're a little bit crazy. They're of what people were charging us, right? And this goes back to the administration, like when you look at it, this goes back to a lot of that free open trade that was happening when a lot of the jobs from the United States were moved across seas. This goes back to a lot of them situations, and you know, some point you have to fix something. Like I said, I just don't agree with how it's being rolled out. The policies themselves, I think we could do a little bit better job of rolling them out and roll them out with a little bit more a little bit more tact. And you got to know who's a good neighbor, and you got to know who's not a good neighbor. And you can treat people that are good neighbors with a little bit more respect than what you have. Yeah, but, the United States kind of has been getting taken advantage of for a little while, but that don't mean you just that doesn't mean you just roll out, right? That doesn't mean you just roll out on people and have them going crazy, right? So got to be a little bit a little bit tactful. But today at 4 o'clock, we're going to see what happens. This is the hourly bubbles right here. When we look at them for what they are, you can see Bitcoin continues to fall. Right, 60 84.6. It's down about $500 in about an hour and a half. Right, you see Ethereum continues to fall. XRP, fell another penny, but you know where is the bottom for XRP? Right, where is the bottom for XRP? Is it $1.99? Is it $1.99? Are we going to see that today? We very possibly could see that at $1.99. I mean, when you look at it and you pull this back for XRP, let's pull it back. Just you had $1.90 right there. You know, right here, less than a month ago, we had $1.90. So is that where the bottom for XRP is going to sit? If based off of a month chart right here, you would say the bottom's $1.90. Are we going to fall that far today? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you're going to see that $1.90 come in. You may see $1.99 somewhere up in there, but that's usually when the bulls come in and they really start buying up XRP. Right around it, anything under $2, right? So I think they'll start loading up there. I think you'll be fine, right? So if it gets to around that dollar 99, $1.98, somewhere like that, I might place a long on XRP at that point right there and just say, I'm gonna ride that thing out, because you got to know that the bulls are coming in to step in on that price. When I say bulls, I mean real bulls. Bank of America, all them big boys like that, right? All them big boys like that. When you look at Stellar, you know, we'll pull that back over a month chart, and you look at its low right around the same time as XRP got down to $1.90. You're looking at 22 cents, right? You're looking at 22 cents on a month low there, right? So, does it hit 22 cents? It's at 26 now, right? That's what that's about a 4 cent drop. That could happen. That could happen. That very well could happen. You know, depending on what these tariffs look like, right? But that's a great opportunity as well, right? That's an opportunity for people to come in, right? And And I think that's what's going to end up happening today is you're going to see a crap ton of opportunity. Um, you look at Chainlink, 1190, right at the same time. All of this happened at the same time. You know, when you look at XRP at $1.90, you look at the other big massive pullback that we went through, which was about 30%, you know, off of Bitcoin. There, you look at $11.90. Does Chainlink get down to $11.90? Possibility. Continues to drop all morning, right? Continues to drop all morning. So when we go back and we look at the Bitcoin price in that same month period, right? The low was 77,000, right? 77,600. You you look at where it is, like 84,700. That's a massive pullback in Bitcoin in one day if it gets to 77,000. It's a massive, massive pullback. And at that point, anywhere near $79,000 on a Bitcoin pullback, that's almost an automatic buy, right? That's almost an automatic buy. You almost have to buy at that point. Like, you know, let's look at Sway in that same month, right? Because Sway's been performing really fucking well. $1.99, same price, same time period, $1.99 right here, same day, same time period, $1.99. Look at it, just under $2, right? These are the price points that I want you guys to look at when you're looking at what's going to happen today and where you're going to go in. So you say, well, why are we going over these? Because this is where the market could be going, right? You look at HBAR during that same time period, completely different story, right? That time period would have been right here, right? You look, it was at 19 cents. It's actually lower right now at 16 cents than it was when the market pulled back, because it had this big run up over here to 25 cents, and it had this pullback right here. This is where everybody else was pulling back, and it was sitting, you know, it was sitting right here, right about this time right here, right about 25 cents, right, somewhere up in there. But now you look at it, it's sitting at 16 cents. Actually, it's worse off now than it was when the whole market pulled back at that given time, right? In a month, right? So HBAR could be in a little bit of a different situation, right? So when you look at it, you can kind of estimate where XRP, worst case scenario for XRP, XLM, and a lot of these other altcoins, right? But when you look at something like HBAR, what's the worst case scenario for HBAR in this situation today? Well, pulling back a month, it's not going. If the rest of the market pulls back, it's not going up, right? So does HBAR get to a 12 to 13 cents today? That's definitely something to pay attention to. All right, you look at the Pi Network, man. They got hit, man. Selmo, what the hell is going on, man? These guys are getting hit, man. They've been getting hit all month. You look at Pi, they've been getting hit all month, man. They've been getting rocked all month. Whew, that's rough. 66 cents right now. You could see a 50-cent Pi. So, you know, just be prepared today as the day moves on. Be prepared for the volatility. Be prepared for the ups. Be prepared for the downs. You're going to see a lot of news leaks that come out that's going to send the market, and then some more leaks that come out that are going to tank the market, right? All throughout the whole day today. So don't get too high, don't get too low about what you're seeing and what you're seeing and what you're hearing throughout the day as far as the market goes, right? I'm really waiting till 4 o'clock, and then we're going to see what happens, right? We're going to see what happens. And you may see some price manipulation from these bulls, these major bulls like BlackRock and everybody else, who come in and try to pre-pump the market ahead of the tariff talk, right? They're going to, you know, they could come in, they could try to pre-pump the market, and then, you know, go ahead at 4 o'clock and just dump on you. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with that. You got the total 3 sitting over here. Still outside of this downward trend that it was in. Still sitting outside of that downward trend. But definitely losing a lot of steam this morning. These are daily candles. You can see it's losing a lot of steam this morning. So we'll see. We'll see how far that's total 3 goes down, sitting at $775 billion right now. Yeah, this thing was up to 800 and something, and we were on our way. Until Liberation Day. 156 people. 156 people in here. Hit that like button, hit that share button, guys. Come on. Hit it. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed as well, because we do this thing. We do this thing three times a week. Plus a lot of shorts come out of this channel. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, keep up to date on what is going on in DG's world when it comes to crypto. We got Pepe. We're gonna definitely look at Pepe here. Like I said, Pepe was holding up pretty well. 507346. So not too bad. Holding on pretty well. I do expect to see 5069 out of Pepe today, somewhere up in there. I do expect that, just because of the market in general, just because of the market conditions in general. So I do expect that. You see the stochastic RSI. You see the fall, right? You see the big come down on that, and they're starting to cross a little bit here now, which means Pepe could start to gain a little bit of traction, but I think that's inaccurate at this point. With today being the day where we're going to see so much volatility. You see Ethereum same way, $1,880.68. I think that you could see, call me crazy, guys, but you literally could see an $1,800 Ethereum today, maybe even a 700. I mean, a 1,700. $80 Ethereum today. You could see Ethereum take a big step back, and when your leader's over there making videos meowing and shit, that doesn't help your project. Just Ethereum's just all fucked up right now. You got the leader over there meowing at people, and and you compare that with somebody with XRP, and their leaders are over there making connections and banking and everywhere else, and you don't see their CEO out here meowing on videos and things like that. Like, it's just leadership goes a long way. So if you guys haven't voted on my X page, go vote. Do you think XRP is going to surpass Ethereum this bull run? I do. I think you're going to see it, and it's going to be an epic ride to the top, guys, for XRP. I do believe that, and I do believe that because I think that the banking system in general is really going to start moving, and it's really going to start moving, and when it does, we're going to see a lot of these ISO tokens really start to make a move and make a move to the top. I think we're going to see an ISO run first. Everybody's like, oh, when's the parabolic bull run coming? Well, in my opinion, I've said this before, I think we're going to see that ISO run with your XRPs, your HBARs, your XLMs, your XDCs, all of them guys are going to make this parabolic run. Quant, Chainlink, all them guys, and then you're going to see your altcoins start to really take off after that. And then I think you're going to see a short meme coin season. It's going to be short. It's not going to last as long as it usually did in prior bull runs, but I think that's what you're going to that's what you're going to see. You're going to see this ISO run go first. So Here we go with some of the tokens, some of the lower market caps that we watch. Popcat, you guys know I'm big on Popcat. I think Popcat's going to be another meme coin. It's going to be a major player here outside of Pepe, sitting at 18 cents. We'll look at SPX 6900 in a minute. Peanut, I think is dead. Mung, I think we'll have a ride. I think this one will have a ride. I just don't think it's going to have as big a ride as Popcat, Pepe, and SPX 6900. I just don't think that that's going to happen. Miggles just kind of like fell off the map here a little bit over there on base. But how can you expect anything on base to run when we looked at these numbers, and base damn near fell, 8 or 9 spots with daily volume? How can you expect anything to run on a chain that's losing volume like that? All right, so be careful if you're buying anything on base, because there's no volume over there at all. So be very, very careful. Where's my boy right there? SPX 6900 sitting at 50 cents right now. Actually holding up, man. And that's the one thing I love about SPX 6900. Actually, it's kind of like Pepe. It holds up. Yeah, you have these downturns and they're pretty massive, but you don't see the amount of pullback in this particular project that you see somewhere else. ETFs for XRP. I think the approvals for your ETFs for your XRP aren't going to come really until this market starts to settle down a little bit, which is a great thing for XRP, right? Because you wouldn't want your ETFs being launched in a market like this, right? Where the Dow is getting smashed, the S&P 500 is getting smashed, and the Nasdaq's getting smashed. And then you come over here and you look at the European markets, which is going to be a big driver. European markets are always a precursor to what's coming to the United States markets later on in the day. And a lot of European investors invest in the United States markets as well. But when you see a big downturn in the European markets, and you see a big downturn in the United States markets, you don't want your ETFs to go live at that point, right? So I think the best thing for the XRP ETFs is really to just ride this storm out, right? The SEC, if they were smart, they would hold back on the XRP ETFs until the market stabilized. And once the market stabilized, then you drop the XRP ETFs, and you'll find a lot of success, right? If you were to launch them right now in this market that we're in, they would tank. They would tank before, and then it would take them a little bit longer to recover. And I can show you maybe I can show you here. Let's see. I can kind of maybe show you here what I'm talking about, if I can find it. I'll give you an example. If they have the chart. I just want to make sure I got the ticker right. This is what we want. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this, and I'll show you why it's probably not a good idea for the ETFs to launch right now. So CoreWeave launched just yesterday, uh, just no 2 days ago, right? Just 2 days ago, right? And they came out and they launched at $40, right? And this project is backed by NVIDIA. I want you to understand that this project is backed. The majority of stakeholder in this project is NVIDIA, which is one of the richest companies in the world, right? And they wanted to launch this project at $50, right? This is what they wanted to come out of the gates with, right? From their IPO. Well, it came out at $40, right? And it had a massive pullback when it launched. It came down here probably $37, right? And in the stock market, a $3 pullback is massive, especially at launch. It took NVIDIA and a couple other big, huge investors to pump this price up to 51.35 right now. It's going to open up at, right? Closed yesterday at 52.57. So it's actually going to open up a little bit lower than what it closed at, right? But my point is, when you look at who had to pump this up, it was NVIDIA and it was a bunch of other big, huge tech investors that came in here and really had to pump this price up to the $51 mark to get the money that they wanted to get out of this in order to move this project forward, right? And this project is just a couple days old, right? So when you look at this, if the XRP ETFs were to launch in this type of market right now, they wouldn't have the amount of money of a NVIDIA and a bunch of other tech stocks to come in and really push that price, right? So the best thing for XRP is just to hold pat, to hold still with their ETFs. The SEC is going to do XRP a favor, and they're going to slow play that for a minute. Big Watch, dude, what's up, dog? Any ETFs that launch right now is going to have a problem. Just pure volume, look at this thing tanking as we talk. Like it was 57, it was 51.30. Now it's down to $51 just in the amount of time that we brought this up, right? So you have to be big boys to play in a market that with this much uncertainty in it right now. So just the best thing to do for XRP is just hold on for a minute, and a month wait on an XRP ETF isn't going to be the end of the world. It's not going to be the end of the world, right? It's the same with a Litecoin ETF. It's the same with a Solana ETF. It's the same with a HBAR ETF. To hold on for another month, maybe a month or so, until you can get some real stability in this market is a good thing. I got time. We all got time. We're all in this thing for the long haul. We're all in this thing for the long haul. So we all got time. Fuck it, I got time today, right? We all got time today, right? We all got time to hold on in this market, right? So when we look at the hour, I mean, it's still feeling in red. Nothing, Bitcoin's still holding this 84.6. But 4 o'clock, guys, is going to be the time where you're really gonna see how this market reacts, right? It's going to be really how we see. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you guys go for today. So it's a big day today. It's a big day today, guys. So what I encourage you guys to do is be careful. All right, be careful today, right? Because there's going to be a lot of ups, there's going to be a lot of downs, there's going to be a lot of price manipulation, there's going to be a lot of news that comes out that may necessarily not be true, that'll pump the market, and then there will be some news that comes out that clarifies that and dumps the market. So be careful today. And this is why I was telling you guys for the past 2 weeks, have your money on the sidelines for today, right? Have your money on the sidelines for today, because I believe, this is just DG's opinion, and this is kind of how I've been playing this market for about 3 weeks now, is I haven't really been spending a lot of money in the markets, right? What's up, Big Watch dude, man? Come on, man, hang out with me for a minute, dog. Let me finish, Big Watch. Don't leave me yet, man. But I've been playing this market, like I've been kind of dipping my toe in here and there into this market, waiting for today, right? Waiting for today, because I think today is the day that we're gonna get some prices. You still here? You all right, dog? Don't leave me yet. But I think today we're gonna get some prices that we haven't seen in a while. But they may be quick, they may be fast. You may see the market dip really hard and then start to recover, right? And if that happens, my thought is that that's going to happen at 4 o'clock today. So I encourage you guys, and I have been encouraging you guys, to use your limit orders on exchanges or on Uniswap or wherever, because you can go in there right now and say, like we just went over, I went over this on purpose with you guys. You can say, look at XRP got down to $1.90 just a month ago, right? So if you want to load up on your XRP bags, you can say, give me a limit order at $1.90, at $1.97. Give me a limit order at $1.95, and give me a limit order at $1.90, right? And literally, if that market starts to tank really hard, you literally can fill your orders all the way down, right? And you don't have to worry about trying to sit there, look at the charts, catch that dip at a moment in which you may not be able to catch it, right? You just may not be able to catch it. It may happen too fast for you. The same with, if you want to buy Ethereum, I don't know why you would, but you look at $1,784, right? You look at that, you can set your limit orders all the way down to this previous month's low, because we could see that. We could see these projects go back down really fast to their previous month's low. But I do think with Q2, I think foolish market. I do think Q2 is going to be a big month though, Selmo. But yeah, April Fool's Day yesterday, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're faking us out right now, but I do think that Q2 is gonna, at the end of Q2, we're gonna have a positive, we're gonna have a really positive move to the upside when it comes to crypto, and I do think a lot of it's gonna be built around ISOs to start, so I think that that's going to be the run first, and we talk about it often here. But I do think that the banks, the banking institutions, all of that stuff, they're going to make a big, huge run and a big, huge push on the ISOs, and you're going to get the stablecoin legislation that comes through the United States probably within a matter of a couple weeks, right? And then you're going to get some cryptocurrency regulation that either comes through with that or follows that pretty closely. That's getting pushed through the House and the Senate right now, that I think, within 2 to 3 weeks, if that gets passed, you're going to start to see a lot of these things start to really take off, because clarity is there and clarity is coming. So, I think we're in for a massive run once that happens. But like I said, today, be careful, guys. Today, just set them limit orders. Don't go all in all at once. You're gonna get wrecked. There's going to be a lot of price manipulation going on today. So be careful. Know what your price targets are. Hit your price targets, and that's how you're gonna make your money. So, but other than that, let's see what today brings. I try to put out some shorts today as updates come out. I'll try to put out some shorts today and just give you guys my take on the tariff conversation and where it's headed at 4 o'clock, and what we're looking at, and my thoughts on it. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, man, you guys have a phenomenal Wednesday, man. Go buy that crypto so you guys can hang on, be rich, and take care of, bring that financial freedom. The transfer of wealth is happening, but sometimes making the donuts get a little bit ugly. And we're just into a little bit of an ugly phase right now. But the transfer of wealth is happening. Don't get shaken out of your bags. Don't get shaken out of your position. Hang on, man. And we'll be back at you guys on Friday, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And go ahead and hit that share button on your way out too, so people can see this. And we out. We'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.